Hello, everybody. Oh, I should probably mute that. That makes sense. Hello, everybody. It is that time of the week, which implies that I do this every week, which isn't the case. But for you, it's that time. I assume there's many of you out there that, of course, have been looking forward to this stream all week. It's the very highlight of your week. I hope everybody is well. For those of you that celebrate, happy Thanksgiving, which was a couple of days ago. Being in the UK, we don't really do Thanksgiving over here, though of course I would very much appreciate Thanksgiving because it would mean I get a nice big plate of turkey. I'm a big fan of turkey. I'm not really a Christmas guy, but I do look forward to Christmas because I get to have turkey. So yes, I hope all of my American friends had a nice Thanksgiving. I hope you managed to pick something interesting up in the Black Friday sales. There's a dog just dying in the background. Are you okay, pal? I hope you managed to pick something nice up in the Black Friday sales. If not, I see Coca-Cola had an amazing deal in the UK where, if you buy an order from their website and use their Black Friday code, you just get free shipping. Well done, Coke. Stunning. Brilliant. Utter waste of time. I don't know why I'm telling you that. They just emailed me and I thought, of all of the Black Friday emails that I got yesterday, that was the one where I was like, why would I care about that? That's just me. My voice is echoing. Why would I care about that? I didn't purchase anything in the Black Friday sales because I am a big believer in not needing to buy stuff in order to, get better. I believe in practice, and this is going to be practice. So today we are going to be transcribing some Carl Minor. For those of you unfamiliar, fabulous acoustic bluegrass musician. Really, he's a kind of flat-picking champion, and that's people online know him for being a flat-picking champion. But he's also a great session musician. And as this piece is going to show, he has a wonderful touch and can play some really nice, slow, melodic ballady stuff that's really fun and enjoyable. So we're going to be doing that. It shouldn't be too difficult, but I'm sure I'm going to enjoy it. And of course, this is an Ask Me Anything. So any questions you have about, I was going to say what I'm doing, the process, how I go about doing the transcription, feel free to ask. But you can ask questions about anything. Like, why have I got a PlayStation Portal just sat here with a game running on it? If people want to know, feel free to ask. What else could I look around and see? If people want to know about Troy Grady's magnet, why not? I'm here. So don't be shy. Anything you want to ask. And drop me a comment in the comment section just so I know people are out there. I don't tend to starting the transcription until I know a couple of people are watching. So Viv2199 says, love Carl Minor. Yeah, Carl is really, really great. I've done a few Carl things on the channel. And I do them because I enjoy them. The one we're doing today was actually a viewer suggestion. Generally speaking, when I get a lot of YouTube comments of people saying, "Can you transcribe this, please? Please transcribe this. Transcribe." And obviously, I don't mind with comments like that, but a lot of them are audio things, and a lot of them are hard, and a lot of them are things nobody wants to watch. So generally speaking, that doesn't work. But I do read all of the comments, and this one was actually a request from somebody in a comment. They said, I think it was on the Carl Minor video, they said it'd be really great if you could take a look at this video by Carl. And I had a look and was like, yeah, beautiful video. I'll definitely add that to my list of things to do. So here we are doing it. I'll be honest, I'm uploading fewer and fewer transcriptions to YouTube because I'm extremely busy with guided practice routine stuff. But also, to be honest, I've been doing this for so many years now. I genuinely feel that I'm getting to the point where I've transcribed almost everything that is worth transcribing for YouTube. Obviously, there's going to be little fringe case things out there, but all of the kind of iconic guitar videos or things that I think, videos that I've loved for years, I think I've done them all. I've completed it, mate. So that's a fun struggle, dealing with that, trying to work out what to do. I'm constantly looking for. I guess for me, there's a couple of difficulties that come into it. One, I don't use YouTube to consume guitar-related content. That's not what I watch when I watch YouTube. I like to use YouTube to get away from the guitar thing. And when it comes to music, I'm in piano land all the time, right? So very few guitar things come across my desk. I don't find or see guitar things. So I'm sure there are tons of great videos out there. But, you know, great way to let me know about that is on Discord. So, yeah. Why are people not saying anything in the comments? Say something. There's nobody out there. How sad would that be? Just nobody. I'm just here like a madman talking to myself. Well, okay, what I'm going to do is while you guys get your act together and say hello, I'm going to jump on over to the transcription, which I have here. I'm just going to play through the audio because I haven't marked out the file yet. So I'm going to mark out the first part of the file. I might stop it and make some comments whilst it's playing. And yeah, this is the same process as always. I get tired of saying it, but, you know, Guitar Pro on the right, they are sponsoring this stream. Transcribe on the left, the software Transcribe, and the video will be in the bottom left. There we go. Stephen's here and Fred's here. Of course you both are. You're always here. Yeah. Haven't you got anything better to do than to listen to this loser? Yeah, so you know the layout there. That's it. So I'm going to press play and just mark this file out. Hello, Jimmy. Really nice playing, right? Now, interestingly, I'm hearing this as being 2-2. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. 1 is slow, right? It doesn't feel right. 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to choose to write this in 2-2. So nice little piece, just simple. I think this is one of those ones where just about anybody watching the channel would be able to play this. I don't think you'd struggle with this. And I think the first thing I noticed, if you look at my file over here, I've already put it in drop D, right? When I started listening, I'm hearing that ringing open D string, but I can hear all this minor melody happening over the top, and you just know on an acoustic guitar, if you're playing D like that, and it's obviously in D minor, when you eventually hit that low string, it's going to be tuned down to D. So, so yeah, drop D. And yeah, other than that, it's a pretty simple one. Like I say, for me, I would write it in 2-2. But people could argue over that all day. Like, they're essentially the same thing. What I'm listening for, we can hear ba-da, which will be, yeah, the 1 to the first fret on the high string to the 5th fret on the high E string. And what I'm doing here, let me point this out actually. So I'm engaging with the music with my ear and my mind's eye, not my guitar. And I'm doing that because that makes me better. That makes me a better musician. Trying to listen for the details in what he's doing and hear the details in what he's doing rather than looking for the details in what he's doing. There's a subtle difference between those two things. But I'm really trying to engage with the thing that I'm hearing rather than spending all this time like looking for notes. And the more you do that, the more you actively engage your ear with the sounds that you're hearing, the better you get at hearing things in those details. Sorry, I just need to set up something on my PlayStation Portal. But get your questions in. Turn to bass. I'm just grinding out the last parts for a platinum trophy, and you know, the PlayStation Portal's like a really good way to do that. I actually quite like it. I thought the PlayStation Portal was terrible when it came out. I did buy one, obviously. But I didn't want to just stream their game catalog. But you can now stream just about any game you own. So yeah, no game plugged into this. I'm literally just streaming from the cloud, and it works really well. So that's the digital future that nobody wants. The PlayStation Portal is evidence of why we should care about that as an option, because it works. It works really well. When you've got good internet, you obviously have to have good internet. There we go. Cool. That's that. Right, yeah. So actively engaging with what I'm hearing. Open D string. Bo 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 ba. That's just going up my. Oh, sorry, you can't see my screen. So up a D minor triad. Slides up to the 5th fret. This is our A shape. Open E string. Now we can't see where he fingers that, but it would make sense that would be open position. We'll see it in a second. And if we want to put chords in, we'd go D minor. Here. Oh, I'll have to mute the... Would we think... Because if you really look at what he plays, we've got a D triad, an F triad, and this is like a C fragment. So it's not really... I'm definitely hearing a C, and the reason I'm hearing a C is because of where he's going. We're going to this B flat, right? Put my key signature in. Like a B flat 6. You know, something could be said for his picking here. It's slow, and one of the things that I'm always talking about with my students, especially on guided practice routines, is I'm often training you to have that consistent alternate picking motion. You should be able to alternate your way through anything. But when something, just because you can alternate pick your way through something, doesn't mean you have to alternate pick your way through something. And there is a subtle difference between not alternate picking a thing because you can't, and not alternate picking a thing because you've chosen not to. So, Carl is an incredible cross picker. He could alternate pick this no problem, but it's slow enough that you don't need to rely on that, and his picking is more inconsistent. Down, 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 up on those arpeggios. And we're going to get some copy paste action. Actually, I will put chords in. So I'm thinking D minor. If I was just thinking piano, right? So if I was... That's my pedal. Pedal's there. I think that's the harmony we're hearing, right? So yeah, I will write that in. I'll put a C in brackets there. So it's just a straight copy paste. We can use a special paste in Guitar Pro to put the chords on top as well. Saves us time. You could use repeats, but now we jump up C. Ba, 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 ba. So he's playing the open G. Just dog dying in the background again. He is okay, to be clear. So essentially the same line, but there's a tiny little tweak in there. Pulls off here, and the end. No. I need to zoom in out more so I can see. So we don't play the A there. Leading us to the B flat. Nice. Ba-da-da. Now break my beams so it looks nice and tidy. I cannot tell you how much I hate the Apple mouse. I know that's not a controversial opinion. Lots of people feel that way. Again, I'm just reading. So I can copy paste it. There was one little change. And that was on this B flat, you placed the high E there. Again, I'm just looking to copy paste. There's a little difference here. We have a grace note slide from the B flat. And he hits there. Now, I've already preloaded the audio into Guitar Pro. So I'm going to sync the audio as well now. When you sync audio in Guitar Pro, little idiosyncrasy is that it ignores the, it essentially overwrites the score marking in the actual transcription. So you turn it off so it's not visually there. And then I should just be able to go, just eyeball this. There, right? I actually prefer like this. There, even. So now I'm just dragging these sync points so they line up. With the audio. It doesn't need to be perfect either. Who's phoning me? 2 seconds, guys. Hello. You okay? I'm in a live stream at the moment, but Mel's in. All right, bye. Of course, can't wait to post this online and people say AI, right? Now we're going to switch to the B section. So you could, if you wanted to in Guitar Pro, you could even put an A section marker in here, right? Because this is the A section of the piece, and then the B section. Well, what's the big change that happens between the A section and the B section? Everything's sad, and then suddenly we switch to D major. And you can absolutely, especially when you have like a new section, you can absolutely key signature that. I think it will end up making the transcription look much tidier. So I'll put a B section in here. Douche. I should probably just run the ad because, of course, no, you don't like bluegrass, do you? This stream is brought to you by my friends over at Guitar Pro. If you check out the link in the description, they still have a Black Friday sale on for a day and a half, I think. I think it ends tomorrow night. So you can go and grab yourself a copy of Guitar Pro 8 at 30% off for Black Friday. And if you want to check out guided practice routines, which is my teaching website, you can do so by visiting the link in the description. We have a free trial for a 7-day free trial that I'm running as a special because I'm a big believer in, and hopefully those of you watching, I can see some of you in the comments that are guided practice routines members. Hopefully you appreciate the idea here, right? I don't want to run a Black Friday sale. I don't want to discount the memberships because you guys pay the price for the memberships and you guys are the loyal guys. You've been there since day one. So why would I then come in and start offering people who, you know, didn't want to take a chance on me suddenly a heavily discounted price? I don't want to do that because I think it's disrespectful to members that are there. Members that have been with me for a long time. So yeah, join guided practice routines and I'll treat you and respect you like an actual person rather than just another number, because I get to know all of you guys, right? Anyway, let's carry on. So screen and face, here we go. So B section. Now here, he's hitting these Ds. So I will put them in, but they're really light, so I'm ghost noting them. What am I doing? Yeah, I'm seeing if I can hear that. Yeah. Oh, A. No. Oh, it's a D. Am I going crazy here? Yeah, so he's tuned to D. This. Yeah, it's still a D. I was like, what am I hearing wrong there? Craig's in my house. What is my favourite scary movie? The Thing. So again, he plays them, but they're ghosted. Let's put it like that. It's a G chord. Oh, nice. He pulls off there. That's nice. Sorry I missed you, Craig. I thought the likelihood of you popping over in the short time that I was streaming was quite low, but here we are. Now triplet here. Yeah. Da 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 da. Okay, same principle, but chords in right. So D major. So this is C over D. This is a G. D over A. You kind of want to call it an A, but he's very much playing the D triad there. And in terms of why I'm naming the chords that, this is very obviously he's playing a D triad here. This is a C triad, and we've got a D pedaling underneath it. Here are these as being passing tones, leading us towards G root note and G triad. Nice. Let's put that in. Oh, whoops. So if I put this, something like that in, I would put in this little brush downstroke. And it's actually like that. He's hammering from a D sus2 to a D. To the C. Yeah, so this is what I suspected. I assumed this was going to be an A minor, but here he definitely hits the D there. So it is a C over D, whereas here definitely plays an A root note, so it's an A minor 7. Or C over A. C over A is A minor 7. Yeah, D. Nice. You could be pedantic and think of this as being like a G major 7. Nah, G is fine. To break my 16th notes here. So I think that's a really good example of like the transcription process. When I hear this, I can process that really quickly, and I was writing that out in beat long phrases. The way you want to practice something like that is if we look at the second beat. So if here even. Babu 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 babu. As soon as I hear it once. Dabu 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 dabu. So that's my process for this. I hear the phrase, I sing it in my mind, and then because I've got it clear in my mind, when I go to write it out, I've got a reference that I'm referencing it to. Rather than needing to pick up my guitar and like look for those notes, I can kind of look for the notes in Guitar Pro, because you notice when I when I type in a note, I get an audio of that note. It plays the note that I've just typed in back to me. So I'm sort of using that to check it against the sound that I'm hearing in my head. And that's removing that distraction that the guitar itself can be. Oh, just PlayStation Portal. That makes sense? Any questions so far? Won't take me long from here. Dead air is never a good thing. It's one of those, like, who wants to watch a stream of me transcribing some acoustic guitar player? It's not sexy, but it's a shame that a lot of people think that way without thinking about it. Like, so obviously a subconscious bias, but playing like this on the guitar is, not only is it beautiful, it's also really useful to you as a musician, because I don't think any of us listen to this and go, oh wow, that sounds really hard, you know, like, oh, I hear that, oh, I don't think I'd be able to play that. No, I think most of you hear this and go, oh, I could play it. But then we just sort of don't take the time to learn to do it, or we don't give it the attention that it deserves. And my kind of ethos with practice and learning and study, and the reason I'm, you know, so hell-bent on teaching my students things like triads, is because the idea is that this stuff should be really easy. You should be able to blast through stuff like this really, really quickly. Get it under your belt. And this is the sort of thing where, you know, if you were in a guitar shop and you picked up a guitar and you just wanted to play something just to see how the guitar sounded, this is such a nice example of, like, nice, consistent arpeggio work that just sounds very musical. It doesn't sound flashy, it just sounds very musical. And I appreciate that. Things that sound musical are good. Chords, so D, what did we have? A minor 7, G, yeah, this it looks like both. This first half of the bar looks very much like a D, but then this kind of looks like what I would play if I was thinking A. It's like an A7-y sound, because you've got the G in there. Would make sense to play an A7, of course, because A is the 5 chord, leads us back to the 1. So maybe we go bracket A7. Yeah, that works for me. For some reason I put in 2 fit markers there. And then I think, yeah, same thing again, so I can copy. Copy paste is always, you know, always your friend, saves you time. So we're definitely thinking A minor 7 there. We could even put an arpeggiate symbol on there. Nice. Oh, where's he play that? Open. Now, the B is in those, so I'll put it in there, but it looks messier than it needs to be. So this would be a shift slide, not a legato slide. Picks both notes, I think. Yeah. Does pick both notes. Same as before. So copy paste is your friend. D, A minor 7, G, definitely more G major 7-y there, but yeah, you can't not think of this as being a D here, right? Because he's very definitely like strumming the open D strings. Then you've got the D triad, pulling off to this descending thing, which gives you that kind of A7-y vibe, but chord-wise, he's playing a D there. Oh, 5th. Da. Yeah. So no hammer on there. Oh, nice. Is the D in there? Yeah. That's a common move there. I think of this as being a gospel thing. So it's an E minor triad over D, which is the 2 chord in your key, in the key of D. You'll hear that all the time. If I at the piano, anytime we're in any major key, you can alternate. So he's just using that as a passing tone to take me to my A minor 7. What am I doing? Yeah. They're definitely like brush down strokes, so I'll give them that. Could even put an A in there. Yeah. Does play the A in there. I will bracket it. Whoops. What's going on? Where am I? 34. It's the Apple mouse. Da. Yeah, there's a C on top. Like that. Oh. Classic G. Da, ba, ba, da. The 9 on top. G at 9. Could you be any more dramatic? Now, this raises an interesting question for me. I've written this all in one voice because to me there's sort of an implied let ring nature. And I say implied, like when you listen to the piece, it's very clear he's letting notes ring out. So I don't want to suddenly put let ring on this like that, even though he is letting this ring out. But at the same time, you know, when he plays this A on top, I don't want it to just die. So there's this weird juxtaposition of like, shall I put it in there, which then implies the rest of it doesn't ring, or shall I not put it in there and run the risk that people don't hold that note out? I have to have a little bit of faith in the people that are working on a transcription, and I have to have the faith that they can interpret the music correctly. It's not my job to hold the hand all the way. G add 9. Let's sync to now. Line up that G. And then we go back to our A section. Yeah, you are going to learn this because you don't like bluegrass. So yeah, now I would just put an A marker in again because it's the A section. And for some reason I clicked B. Nice. Key signature change, because we do go back to D minor. So and now what I'm going to do when I listen to this A section again is I'm actually just going to read it from the top and see again if I can save time by using a copy and paste. So that's the same as the hammer-on version. So from here, so I'll copy paste that, but it doesn't hit the D there. So see how that saved me a load of time? So that's essentially the same as when we approach the B flat from here, the open A. So it's not quite, there's one little difference in there. He plays he doesn't pull off, but it's still. Now we should do the B flat arpeggio. Should be like this. So he did B flat C. I think he plays the open E there. Yeah. That's B flat over D. C over E. Like that. So we can put a fermata on this. That means hold. Then we have harmonics. You play the E. So I'll play those as job done. Now I've just got to do the sync, put the chords over the top. But yeah, pretty simple, straightforward job. You know, even with the chatting and me distracting myself with the PlayStation Portal, like I did that whole thing in 42 minutes, and it's a 2-minute transcription. So yeah, that's a sign of how easy that one is. Syncing, yeah. So let's do the sync. So we can see there. We can see the sync point is there. So here, trickier, we have to drag this all the way there. Second half of the bar is there. Now, what you can do in Guitar Pro is you can add extra sync points. So if I click halfway between these, that'll be my last eighth note. So I can drag that there. Sorry, that should be there. and then like that. Like that. I actually hate the way this is displaying with the ties, so now is the one time I am going to use voice 2. Now I can go back into voice 1 and delete. There you go. That just looks nicer in the notation there. They put the chords on there. So D minor, and then I'm thinking this as being C, B flat 6, D minor, C, B flat 6, C, and then this was B flat over D, C over E, and then finishing on, it's like a D7 sus. What we got there? Yeah, I guess we could call it G over D is accurate. G over D, G over D, and he ends on that D major sound. So strong D. All right, that's the whole piece. Boom. All right, should we play it from the top? See how it plays? Should play fine. Could even put the MIDI on so they play together. No, it's not on Patreon yet. Oh, that's sloppy as fuck. I saw that. Obviously, all the notes are right, but the sync is not as tight as it really wants to be for that little bit. Whoa! Apparently I missed that part isn't the same there. Made a fool of myself there when talking about copy and pasting, didn't I? So what I would do is I would mute the guitar, the MIDI. How have I done that? I'll just copy and paste the wrong part. Whoops. And we're done. Very happy. because I'm tired. It's been such a lot. I'm planning on the 1st of December, I'm dropping an advent calendar on YouTube. So every day for 24 days, I have a blues rock lick over a backing track that, with notation and shit. Just a little way to encourage you guys to expand your vocabulary. And that sounded like a good idea. I came up with that yesterday lunchtime. And so it was like, oh shit, it's the 28th, and that means I've got like 3 days to write 24 licks. Oh shit, and then I've got to film 24 licks and teach 24. Oh shit, and then I've got to edit 24 videos. And then I ended up turning it into a bigger thing than it needed to be. But it's come out kind of cool. I'm looking forward to you guys seeing it. But yeah, I've been slammed doing that all day. So finishing this stream earlier than I had intended is a pleasant surprise. Stephen, it gives me anxiety you pointing out that I'm working on an unsaved file. But what I have found with Guitar Pro is I'm very good at locating the backups. So in those odd occasions where where there's a crash, which doesn't happen very often anymore, but I do have power cuts from time to time. But yeah, in those situations, I can always recover the backup. But yeah, it is good practice to save things as you go. Where do I save these things? Shit. Daily transcriptions. That's it. Carl Minor Bourgeois. Yeah, I found that Guitar Pro 7 was much more unstable, and that tended to crash a lot more. What would be really fun would be if I could make the animated tab video now to show you guys how I do that. And I mentioned this on my last stream, but I can't because I'm using OBS to stream, and I use OBS in order to create the videos. So I can't do it, but I can just run you through the process really quickly. So same thing, I always take off the tab, put it in horizontal mode like that, zoom in to somewhere where it looks nice, like that, and then I would set up a timer on it like this to start. In 4 clicks, I'd hit record, screen record on Guitar Pro, and then it will just play through, and I'll screen capture as it goes, and then edit that all in. Not that anybody asked, but then edit that all in DaVinci. Let me set up my next thing. Turn to bass. So I'll stick around for like 9 minutes. So if anybody has any questions about this or anything else, I was going to say music related, but it really doesn't need to be music related. Anything that I might be able to help with, let me know. Da 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 da. Cool. I'm a trophy hunting fiend. I can't help myself, can I? So there's an interesting one. Pasta Patate. That's a good name, to be fair. Which Sean Costello transcription? Tell me the name of the video and I'll go check it out. Which one? I had a fun lesson yesterday. Where's my guitar cable? There. Turn the overdrive off. Ooh. Because he tuned into one of our streams, and I'd mentioned Louisiana by Randy Newman. And I can't hear myself, but I've got a sneaking suspicion you can. Yeah. Let's not use a guitar which I know is going to be out of tune. Let's use one that will be in tune. And it's just nice being in lessons with students and them picking songs and just being able to hear the harmony, like. Hearing these inversions, sus chords, more inversions, and then it's essentially chord melody, right? Just comes from endless, chord transcription and not using your guitar, transcribing things that aren't just guitar, transcribing piano, and just constantly engaging. Right, let me take a listen to what you're asking about here. The problem we have, like this one. Of course, see, I'd never post this on YouTube because of the digital distortion in there is like driving me crazy. So I couldn't dream of doing that. But yeah, needs to be a live video because I'm sorry, it needs to be a video. Shot on a potato. Shot on a potato. Yeah, there's some fun stuff in there. If you can find like a good video and post it on Discord, then that would be the sort of thing that I would consider doing. Yeah, for sure. That was nice. He's messaging me. Now I'm just sat here checking my emails. Yeah, the classic YouTube email saying you're live on your channel. I know. Okay, I'll run the ad. So, this video is brought to you by guidedpracticeroutines.com, the place to access my full library of lessons, courses, transcriptions, and guided practice routines. With my unique teach then practice format, we practice together and progress faster. Check it out at the link in the description. And of course, you can always go and grab yourself a copy of Guitar Pro 8. Big thanks to Aerobus Music for sponsoring this stream. 30% off Guitar Pro 8 now for Black Friday. So link in the description to their website. So check them out and grab yourself a copy of Guitar Pro. And then if you head on over to Guided Practice Routines, get your free trial, 7-day free trial, again, link in the description, you can download guitar profiles for every single transcription I've posted on YouTube, because I just put them up there as an archive so people can access it. So lots of value, worth doing. Okay, guys, comments are thinning, and my dinner is calling, so I'm going to bounce. But yeah, that was a pretty easy transcription, but enjoyable. Enjoyable. So much love, and I will see you for a stream at some point. Lots of YouTube videos coming, and for guided practice routine members, remember we have our bi-weekly members only live stream is tomorrow, where we'll be doing interval mapping